This week has been a good week, to be honest. It's been a very, very, very good week.
What's the goal? What's the aim of the fast?
Well, I think individually everyone should have their own,
Okay.
but I think corporately is just for us to be closer to God and
Yeah,
have our ears open to what God is saying. We believe in God for more this year,
got you.
and I think sometimes it's easy for us to be kind of picked out and chosen by the enemy to receive more of what God didn't desire for us to get.
Wow.
So whenever you have a word, I think there's always a place that the enemy can take to attempt to derail what God said, and so it's an effort to make sure that God prevails in what He was attempting to do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We try to keep it simple, man.
Got to.
Yeah.
Got to, dog. Got to.
So how was your week? Because I didn't give a word for my week, but if I was to give a word, I would have to come back with productive again.
Productive.
But how was your week, man?
Week has been great.
Uh-huh.
Been great. Busy as ever, but as yourself, been producing, working on some things, keeping my head down, and pushing forward. So can't complain, man. Can't complain. Just grateful to God for the opportunity to still be alive, to still be on this side of heaven. And,
it's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. Good week.
Yeah. Doing what we can to advance the kingdom.
So, I like it. So
yeah, man.
So what does Valentine's Day look like for you and the First Lady?
Since it's a leap year, I got major expectations. Major. I'm pretty sure she's listening. So, babe, I got major expectations.
You gonna let her make the leap? She gonna have to make it happen.
She know what time it is.
Hey, look, I'm with it.
She know what's up. I'm gonna say right there.
Let's go here then. Who do you have for the Super Bowl? Let's talk about it.
Really?
Who you with?
I don't know, because I was pulling for Baltimore, right?
And didn't they play my boys, dog?
The Chiefs are.
I think they paid them all.
I don't know. Shouts out to
Lamar
Jackson.
Yeah, LJ in the place.
Two-time NFL MVP. Major shouts out to him.
Yeah, he's supposed to get a Super Bowl here.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. I don't think I have a dog in this one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I'm rooting against Taylor Swift.
Oh, why you got to do? She's not even playing.
Hey, well, look, it looked like she playing. It looked like she playing more than the Chiefs playing.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, I just, I really want my boy Purdy. Is that his name?
Brock Purdy.
There you go.
Brock P.
Yeah, I want him to get it. He has a sensational story.
That would be a great storyline.
Yeah, it would, man.
To finish off the NFL season.
It really would.
Be a great story.
It would be major. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Interesting though. So now we're on Facebook Live now. We were tarrying for quite some time. We see some of y'all coming in. Tag somebody, let them know we're on here. I see you, Eric LaShawn Thompson. How you doing? Brother Dennis Deloach. What's up, Doc?
That's the AP.
That's the AP on the way from DC. Yeah. He said, you don't want that Tay-Tay squad coming after you, Pastor. I'm going to tell you like this, Doc. I got a new home squad that'll put them to shame.
No.
Hey, we'll rowdy sometime. Yeah. But, man, for real, I think his story would be so insanely with him winning this championship.
Yeah, man.
I'm rooting for him. And I ain't going to lie, to be honest, I'm really rooting for Usher. We waiting on halftime, man.
So what song are you want to
bro. Now you didn't take me back because bro, I'm old school, like, man. Confessions, man. You got it, Doc, well, see, that's before Confessions. Like,
I'm just saying, like,
that man got hits, bro.
He does.
He has hits on hits. And I love Oh, you want to sing today? Go for it. Oh, Doc, I'm with it. Go for it.
Which one though? Tell us which one. Which one you want?
To be honest, one of my favorite songs has got to be off of Confessions. And well, let's see, because this is a gospel station. Which one? Let's go Superstar. I did with Superstar.
Why Superstar?
I'll be young, baby, because you are my superstar. Now I think it's the whole the lyrics and the metaphors played on and just how he makes it happen. Yeah. So I kind of like that scene.
And he's a showman for sure.
Oh, Doc, man, dance, sing, and it doesn't mess with the quality of anything that he's singing. Yeah. Like legitimately, dude is in shape. You hear me? You hear me?
It's gonna be interesting to see though.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be really interesting to see.
It's gonna be good.
Since I'm at halftime, what has been your most memorable halftime moment? What halftime performance? Prince.
Yeah, Prince. Doc. Oh, the fact that this Joker start singing "Purple Rain" and rain start falling from the sky, bro. Like it was like him and God had a thing going on.
So crazy.
Doc, it was like he prayed for he got there. Was like, yeah, I need some rain. Like I'm praying for rain, man. No, that was magical. That was magical. But we got a guest here today.
We do. You gonna do the honors?
No, well, hold on. What we gonna do?
Well,
because
I gotta shout out our sponsor.
Do that. We setting up, so we want to play a track. We're gonna get everything right.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, we gonna start this thing off right.
Okay.
Hey.
Listen, everybody, we do got this opportunity to shout out our sponsors. Gotta say what's up to our A1 since day one. The Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, founded by our big sis Tara and Mama Sonia McCall. The focus of the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is mental health awareness with a concentration on suicide prevention. This foundation is a tribute to the life and memory of Brother Colin Connor. To learn more about his story and the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, head over to their website, which is lovingteddybear.com. Once again, that's lovingteddybear.com. And if you would like to make a donation to this awesome and amazing foundation, you may do so via their website or on Cash App. Their cash tag is $LovingTB Foundation. That's
$LovingTB Foundation.
And then we also got to shout out the Wellness Coalition.
Shout them out.
Major shouts out to them. Working together to improve health and access for all. It's the Wellness Coalition. And as we understand, they have some upcoming events heading your way soon and very, very soon. So we'll make sure we do what we can to get the word out so you can be aware of what's going on and what's taking place and what's happening at the Wellness Coalition. Listen, fam, it's 3:15 here in the capital city. We are about to get these commercial breaks in, and we'll be back on the other side with more Straight Church No Chaser right here on Praise 96.5 FM's WMGY.
Hey, look, Facebook, can y'all hear us well? Can y'all hear us well? I need to know. We're trying to make sure we got everything right. Dr. Deloach, can you hear us well on, can you hear Pastor Trey? Pastor Trey, speak up.
What up?
Can y'all hear Pastor Trey?
What up?
Somebody tell me something.
Say something.
Got it? Cool. Yeah, you should be able to hear yourself. Awesome. They can hear us.
Hey, how you doing?
We got someone special coming in, and since y'all Facebook, we're gonna let y'all in on the secret. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I see y'all jumping in here in the chat. Now, sis. Oh, just turn down your volume. Yep, and then you good. Turn down your volume. That way they can hear you through there as well. Good afternoon to you. We see you. Nicholas DeVoe, how you doing, Doc? Crystal Arite.
Aite.
Aite. I like it. How you doing? Sister Kiera Brown, what's up? Afternoon. Good afternoon. Sister Elizabeth Williams, good afternoon to you as well. We're going to let y'all in on the secret. We got Sister Jackson in the house. We're going to bring it to the States. Sister Jack, look at them folk in the face. Tell them, hey.
How y'all doing?
Now, can y'all hear Sister Jackson? We got to make sure all this is good. I left my mic, so I kind of messed up. I messed up my stuff. But can y'all hear Sister Jackson? Somebody, y'all might be putting hearts on the screen, but we're utilizing devices. So if you tell me you can hear us, Crystal said, hey.
No, look right in my face.
I was like, well, no.
Now, so can y'all see the chat? You can't see the chat.
I can see the chat. Yeah.
Can you see the chat?
They're saying, hey, they're saying we hear you loud
Yes,
and clear.
yes,
You can?
Hey, Krista. The best executive director in the world, Destiny Driven Inc.
Show up. So, what's up, Deacon Weaver? How you doing, Doc?
That's the big homie.
All right, so we got some things we're gonna talk about. But I want to answer y'all the question first. What is love to you? What is love to you? I want to hear this. If you boo your bay on here, you know, you might make that thing juicy so you can get you some brownie points. But what is love to you on this Good Friday evening? What is love to you? And some people might say, well, you know, I haven't experienced real love. Well, what is your picture of real love? What is it? We drawing throw this studio cam on now. We ain't here working. It giving feedback. Is the volume up? Turn the volume down for me. Yeah. Once I get that what's the name back right, we'll be fine.
On this journey with you, it's important to get a regular eye health exam for early prevention.
Ain't nobody talking about love yet.
For over 30 years,
can y'all still hear us? Oh, you turned it off.
Make an appointment now to make sure that
your lock
screen.
Yeah. You rerun and push the wrong button.
Alabama's premier medical and eye care facility located on Carmichael Court North, next to the Cancer Center in Montgomery.
I don't want to see that.
In Wetumpka, Eye-Tech, for the only eyes you'll ever have. The food outlet in Millbrook appreciates their regular and loyal customers. They enjoy seeing your faces and fully appreciate your business. Some of you have been doing business with the food outlet for years. If you haven't shopped with us lately, we invite you to come see us. We work hard to offer you the quality products and exceptional service that you have come to expect from your
All right.
outlet. We always work very hard.
They commenting yet? Nobody has a picture of love. There you go. All right, there goes somebody. I see you, Nick. You said love is having strong feelings towards someone or something. I like that.
Before we get there, I want to talk about how we know each other.
Well, we on so we let's wait till we get on the air.
I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I want
my
to.
response about love is about trade.
Oh, show out.
Oh,
Show out. Show out. Let's get in it. Let's get in it.
Hey, you need to calm down over there. I don't know what he got going on.
Every Sunday, New Home Live on 96.5.
That's a new promo? I ain't heard that one played ever. That's the last one I did. Ain't it?
That's when you know the gospel is good. If the doctor says to write it down.
Write it down. Don't take my word for
it. Find it in your own Bible.
Right. Please check me.
Yeah.
Look at him. I thought of Trey. Tell the weather.
Okay.
Tell the weather. Love is having strong feelings towards someone or something. Absolutely. Let me see if I can grab what's the name over here. I need to share it on my page. Trey is low. Oh. Put it back on there. Trey, talk now.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, you ain't gonna hear him in the headphones. Can you hear him now, mother?
What about now? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Woo, Crystal said love is patient, kind, and does not envy.
Come on, no 1 Corinthians.
Ooh, I don't know.
What's that? 2 Corinthians.
I don't know
2
if
Corinthians
it's
13, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she can hear you now, Trey.
Good.
It was the other phone. Is it too high now? No.
Love for me is those strong feelings with actions that support them. Okay, love is an action word. I like that.
Come on in, Deloach.
That's the AP. The world's greatest AP.
Right. My love. Afternoon to you, Mama Angie.
What's up, Mama?
Okay. All right, I got some of this. All right, y'all still talking about love. Now tell me what y'all cooking tonight. Who is cooking? You don't cook on Fridays?
Never.
This is the way you let that out.
Unless let's say like my son wants some specific.
Uh-huh.
Because Friday's the end of the week. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. Look,
That's your birthday.
you sound like me and the rest of the people I know. Yeah. Nobody want to cook on Friday. Oh, okay.
And then some people are getting ready for the Super Bowl, so Friday and Saturday might be out of the question.
But you ain't making no real food for the Super Bowl.
Somebody mama cooked some greens. Actually, gonna throw some
Greens at the Super Bowl?
I bet somebody mama cooked some greens.
Lord have mercy. Lord, it is Sunday though.
It's
It
Sunday.
is Sunday.
She gonna get a church dinner and have a little something for you.
But mother, no, I won't rotel, mother. Like, what you not gonna do is feed me this on. I'm watching the game.
Not a hot wing with your hot with a cornbread.
Right. Just out of whack.
That sounds like something he would do though.
All right. We see y'all on here. Tag somebody, bring somebody else in. Conversation's gonna get good. We talking about Try Love. Try Love. This is season 3, episode 20. We got one of God's greatest voices in the house today. So we are excited. Man, we should have got that clip. I gotta get that clip. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I see Nick said rotel, hot wings, meatballs, sub sandwiches. That's what you want, or is that what you cooking tonight? Because I don't think
I think you're talking about a Super Bowl food.
Oh, you talking about Super Bowl food?
Yeah.
I like it. Now, let me tell you, I discovered this on accident. But putting rotel on your chicken too.
I like rotel on my chicken wings. If it's gonna be on the plate, they can touch.
They can touch.
And then let it sit by my
Do you let everything else touch?
It was on there. I'm not one of those people because
Yeah, I'm one of them.
I like what I like, so I'm only gonna have somebody on my plate. Anyway.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
You don't want to touch it all.
Don't let it touch.
So your leg can't touch the salad.
I don't eat deviled eggs.
This is blasphemy.
Yeah, I don't eat deviled eggs.
What about you, Trey? You anti-eggs too? You anti-double eggs too?
Yeah, I don't like that. No egg.
And all? Like scrambled eggs?
You don't eat scrambled eggs?
What does chicken do to you, brother?
No egg. Nah, I like chicken. I don't like eggs.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's a good question. It's a real good question.
Why you don't eat scrambled eggs?
I just don't eat eggs, period.
If I can
taste it, I
You
won't
don't
eat
want it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't eat it.
Have you ever tried?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you ever tried?
I never heard that before though. Like I've never heard
If I
anybody say
can't
that.
taste it, I'm
This
good.
is the echo.
Yeah, I was playing it in my iPad. I stopped it. Dennis. That's the AP though.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He on
He owned it.
Samir.
World's greatest.
Hey there, girl. What up, cuz? No chaser.
So what do you do when you go to the restaurant? Your food gets touched.
I don't go to restaurants that have food touching.
Okay.
Like I don't know any restaurant I go to that my food is touching.
Okay.
Like you go to one where your food is touching?
I'm just asking, I didn't know you wanted a separate place for everything or what.
Huh. Yeah, no, I'm good. Like, if it's supposed to be together, I'm cool.
Okay.
But I don't want, like, when my macaroni and cheese get green juice in it, I'm fighting. Right? I'm very, like, not my macaroni and cheese wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't it.
Sister Jackson, me.
Sister Jackson, first giving honor.
First giving honor. What's we go out? I want to tell you about my drink.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. It's 327 right here in the capital city, and you hang with your man, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
That boy said macaroni and baked beans
Hey,
mixed
man,
together.
come on, so we can do this.
And your boy had Pastor Lee B. Oh my God, they missed
This is
me.
straight church.
No chaser, fam.
Okay,
God
well,
almighty.
real relevant.
And righteous.
Thank you. Now go ahead and share with the people what's going on. 'Cause you just distracted.
Well, we were off the air and we were talking about food and how, you know, I don't like my food to touch.
Mhm.
Pastor Trey don't like eggs at all in any type of way.
Hey,
And this young man put on here that he like macaroni and baked beans mixed together. I don't know what kind of concoction that is.
really?
But that sounds like a whole bunch of weird taste.
I like macaroni and baked beans together too.
You said it again?
I like macaroni and baked beans together too.
What does it taste like?
Good.
Oh, look. And now I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like how it looked when people eat cornbread and green bean, collard greens together at one time. That's what it sounds like.
You said what?
It sounds like what it looked like when their hand go together and get the.
Yeah. Like if you experience a lot of international food
Uh-huh.
where people like use their hands versus utensils,
Mhm.
typically the utensil is some type of bread. So if you go like Ethiopian, they're gonna give you Algerian bread or something, and then you just scoop it up and have it. Or like with African food, having food in the soup.
I like Taco Bell.
Now I like tacos. If we're gonna have a taco, we must have a taco. The Taco Bell is not it.
Don't do that. Don't come here blaspheming.
Very interesting.
Hey, we got to introduce you to this young lady.
Do the
One
honors now.
one of God's greatest voices on the planet. She definitely is a very well studied woman, and she is very, I would say, integral for the movement and the momentum of the city of Montgomery. This is my sister, y'all sister, Trey's sister, everybody's sister,
Yeah.
Straight Church No Chaser. It's Sister Jackson.
Hi. I just want y'all to know, like, I have always dreamed of being a church announcement lady. So this is like the best thing for me.
No.
Like, I want to be Sister Sanders with a paper, a hat,
Uh-huh.
and a poem. This is a resolution for Pastor Levy Walker Jr. I want to do that in my future.
Lord have mercy. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you now. You gotta do it on video now because don't nobody want no regular now.
Listen, I can do that.
I like
I
it.
can do that.
That's crazy. But that is the thing.
I know that was like a dream as a kid. Like, you know how people are in the church? I wanted to be her. She was like always sassy, like always dressed well. I wanted that.
It's very interesting.
I love it. I love it. Well, shout out to everyone watching on Facebook. We thank you for dialing into the dialogue we've been having. This discussion today is talking about love. We're gonna pass. I'm gonna yield, and I'm gonna pass to Sister Jackson in a minute. But we definitely want to shout out everyone who has joined us on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, maybe you can jump on there. You can watch us on Facebook and listen to us on the radio so that you don't miss any of the conversation. Shout out to you, Sister Tamaria. We see you down there, and Sydney Williams. Good afternoon to you. We throwing it to you, Sister Jackson.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely.
This is like a complete full circle moment. And what I mentioned when I came in was we all started at St. James No. 2 as children.
Uh-huh.
And I can say, I told my mom this about you because she loves y'all. So, hey, Mom. She's like, I saw the picture. You going to sit with little Clarence and Lily? I said, yeah, I got it on the radio.
Lil Clarence.
But your mom was like the prettiest woman as a kid.
Oh wow.
My
And
God.
I don't remember her being pregnant with you. I'm going to be honest. But I remember Shay being so excited. Like she had a doll. And it was you. Chocolate bundle.
Yeah.
And so when he asked about love, that instantly came to my mind.
Yeah.
Because she was so excited and proud to have you,
Yeah.
like to be a big sister.
Absolutely.
And so that just was beautiful and amazing.
Hands down my face.
And as soon as I thought that your mom came on, like, I can't hear. And then going to that, like your dad was like, he was a king, you know, when I was a kid. And was still now, you know.
Absolutely.
But as a child, I remember revering him and like believing so much of what he said. You're a kid. You don't really know the Bible.
Right.
Right.
So, like, just the way he was, with my uncle and my Uncle Billy Jackson.
Yeah.
And like being cool with him and being close to him. Of course, your dad, your granddad. I thought your granddad had the cruise walk. I like to see him coming,
It's so dope that you call him my granddad. That's my great uncle.
Really?
But he was like a grandfather.
And it's that you teach me that. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And like your dad, just his sincere smile, like as he like got bigger and grown and became Pastor Lee. Like I remember that, even though we departed from the church. My mom was still going, but those memories just came flooding back, especially when you called me and invited me. And I just want to say I'm so thankful to be here. Absolutely. I think this is a beautiful moment, and I'm glad to be in your space.
So look at
these definitely full circle.
These Saints ain't number 2 baby.
Oh yeah, baby. Coach Street.
I love it. I love it, man.
Wow.
Why Tamir? She on me already. She said he barely eat American, so don't take him too fast. She's talking about me.
Oh, well, I've heard that about you.
Really?
I heard that.
What they done told you?
If people know I'm hard on simple eaters.
Oh,
and I heard you are in that clan of people.
Oh, I'm the ringleader.
I judge y'all real bad.
I'm the ringleader. Now I went to Jerusalem a few days ago.
I saw that.
I made it back to the Holy Land from the Holy Land.
What did you eat?
Oh man, don't make me say it. I don't know what it was. It was like a chicken shawarma.
Shawarma.
Shawarma. There it is. That
All
right there. It was good.
It was good. That's good.
Yeah, it was
That's
good. It was different, but it was good.
It was. What was different about it? Because shawarma is basically like it's like barbecue almost.
Yeah,
it was.
I think it was the seasoning.
Yeah.
Right. It was the seasoning. It was definitely different for me.
Right.
And then the way that they made it with pickles in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a totally different taste.
Yeah.
Just a little different taste.
Good.
Yeah, it was
good for you.
It's cool now. I went and got some food afterwards, but
So
you would have some food afterwards.
You make the pilgrimage to the Holy Land.
Literally, what's in the
That's him.
Hey, you better know it. No, but I did enjoy it, and I never knew that was there.
Well, they knew. I think they just came.
Just came the end of January.
Yeah. I saw there like a munch and a gum. I saw them making a post about it, and then I saw you were there and a couple other people.
Yeah, I think it was like January 28th, something like that.
Yeah.
Adams Avenue, Jerusalem restaurant. It was dope. Y'all check it out. Check it out. Go to the Holy Land. Tag your boy when you go. Be safe on your plane. All right. But we're excited because we're talking about love, and we asked a few people what do they feel love is. Kurt Franklin wrote a song, said love, a word that comes and goes, but few people really know what it means to really love somebody. Of course, we can go straight to the Bible and read the love chapter and legitimately take our name out, or rather take out the word love, put our name, and see if we're actually loving people the way that God desires us to love people. But what is it like when you have to love someone? And I think, Shayla, we were talking about this, love someone that you really don't like. I think, around Valentine's, we're always thinking about our relationships to the people we have, personally have relationships with. But we're not talking about our professional relationships or, partners in crime or just in life, in job, workplace. And when we consider those relationships, most of us don't really invest as much as we should.
Yeah. I've been having this whole series of meditation about like mature womanhood, and not mature as in aging, but like mentally maturing. And so in this space, I've come to see that love for some is transactional. Because I get really peeved on social media with people saying, I support who support me.
Right.
Or, I'm only here for who. I don't like that. I don't care who didn't come to the dance. I dance with those that were there.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad that you didn't come because I don't know what your journey was to get there.
Come on
I'm
in.
okay with that. And I had to grow up to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in our adulthood, we assume if people don't give, they don't love. Or if they don't do, they don't love. And for me, at this stage of life, going through things I've gone through, I might need a prayer more than I need some money. You understand what I'm saying? I might be getting to my bag, but not getting to the Lord as I should be, and that prayer might bring me through.
Right.
Or we talk about people who support. Sometimes people don't have things to give you, but they take you with them.
Mm,
Somebody telling somebody your name or suggesting you.
right.
Or say, I know somebody who can. That's a means of support.
Absolutely.
You may not ever know that's how they found you,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but they bless you.
Yeah.
And I think when we think about that, like you said about those outside relationships, not interpersonal.
Mhm.
I've been hearing so much about even Tracy at the open door. It's a leap year. Okay, sir.
No, that
Hey,
was
hey,
me.
No,
Me
no,
said
you
leap
said
year.
it was leap year. She ready to go out for you.
He said it was leap year.
It is. But in that, like, you know, and I joke about coming here with y'all, like, they're both pastors, so we gotta be careful.
Nah.
Because you're married and you have a life. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what is an appropriate gift of love to your secretary? Or
Mm,
potentially your male woman, you know, or your gardener? Are you going to show them the same passion and, you know, intensity you will your wife? Now, I'm not asking you to give them a diamond, but I just need to be thoughtful.
yeah.
And considering that that's intentional. And for me, at this age, that's love for me.
Yeah.
You know, you invested your interest or you care about my interest.
Right.
Because that's what means something to me. And so I think that's how I look at it.
I think that's good though. I think you know, even the space where you just spoke about giving or gifting or at least letting someone know you appreciate them, because that is a portion of love, right? Letting someone know that you appreciate them. And you're talking about the office space, which is something interesting, right? That we're not waiting for an administrative
Holiday.
it's administrators week or it's nurses appreciation week, you know, but the opportunity to simply potentially give someone a card and say, I'm grateful for you and your efforts, or I'm grateful for what you do, XYZ, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
I think that's something that does make a lot of sense. I do know that normally we naturally go into buying roses, chocolate, and of course, you know,
And I don't even eat chocolate.
you don't
If
eat
you,
chocolate.
if you love Sister Shayla, let me tell you now. Don't give me no chocolate.
What do you eat, caramel?
I like gummies. I like gum.
So no chocolate?
Um,
Milk chocolate, white chocolate? dark
it's a
chocolate?
vibe. I might have like a Reese's Pieces or a Snicker.
Uh-huh.
Or like, always purchase with almonds. But I don't want.
Well, hold on. Rewind, press play. If it's a vibe, how is chocolate a vibe?
Because you know me feeling like I want something sweet. You know.
Oh, okay, all
I don't
right.
need a vibe between us.
Oh,
No,
no.
if somebody gives me chocolate, they hate.
Well, no,
me.
no,
They know how to vibe.
I thought you were talking more in the space of like if the chocolate, like the type of candy is a vibe. Then I was,
It might be.
yeah, like
you know,
that's-
it's good stuff.
yeah, that's
Chocolate.
interesting.
That's a thought.
That's interesting. I like that though.
Yeah.
So tell me, and we're talking about love, and I gotta. Well, I'm gonna wait to throw this in there. I'm gonna wait till a little later. But as we talk about love, and you ask the question, well, what is appropriate? I would say 9 out of 10. That's based upon your level of relationship and the maturity of your personal relationship. Because some people don't want nothing on Valentine's Day.
Hey, I had someone to tell me that.
Yeah.
Like recently, like I'm going to bed on that day.
Oh, well, and then some of us, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm a little frugal. I like to go shopping for Valentine's on the day after. There's a lot of discounts in the grocery store.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute
I'm
now.
not getting that. I'm not getting that.
Hey, look,
Hey,
hey, that candy be good. That candy be good the day after. Look, we're gonna get that, you know, I ain't gonna tell all my business what I'm sending, but you know, you send something and send XYZ, but that day after the get better because everything, you know, it's a commercialized holiday. So naturally,
That's what we're going with.
yeah, that's what we're going with.
Oh, okay.
So naturally, the candy that was $2 the day before is $9 the day up. Tell me I'm lying.
No,
Can't find a rose. The roses is $45 for what reason in life? And they're gonna die. So you know, I got a whole problem with some of
But
that.
okay, let's talk about that too.
Oh,
You just said something.
come in the room, help
You
me.
said, and they're gonna die.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
die.
don't all things you love die?
Yeah, but not as fast as them roses finna die.
Who said?
The person that don't take care of.
But okay, so can love die that in that same speed? And again, we're not just talking about in romance.
Now my-
You know,
now my
we're talking
love-
about in the full scope of love. What is the timeline?
So you generally speaking.
Yeah.
So there is no timeline.
Oh,
Okay, come on, Lee, now.
But personally speaking, I think you have the ability to decide what is the basis of the foundation of your love.
Ooh.
that won't allow it to just. Daddy, oh, we got to sing. Come in the house. But you have the ability to establish, the proper foundation so that it does not go away like this. That makes sense. And so when we're really talking about love, especially if we're talking personal love, there should be a foundation of friendship. There should be a foundation. Of course, you got communication. You got all of these layers that allow you to get to this space of just being so, quote unquote, deep in love, right? That there might be a layer that might be dismissed this day or this week, but it still has the potential to still be where it needs to be. Okay. And that's just me personally. Now, some people, as you said, especially in the 21st century, are transactional love. So everything's about what I get and what you get. And if there's no getting, then there ain't no love.
Absolutely.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you get more than you expect.
Well, see, this first time we got to go, right?
Yeah.
How much time?
We got 1 minute.
1 minute. So this is the first time we've had, and Sister Jackson, we excited that you're here. But so let me ask you some of these questions because just a few weeks ago, a month ago, there was a young lady that had a problem going to the Cheesecake Factory. Would you have a problem with going to Applebee's?
Okay, this is a Christian show. I can't tell you what I'm going to I would go to Applebee's for a random. Like, it's at the work. Let's have happy hour on Monday. Yeah, that would be a problem.
What about on Valentine's Day?
The crowds is crazy, so no. I'd rather you cook for me. Or like you have something there for us to eat.
That was a good spin. I like it. I don't even have to ask any more questions. Because I was gonna keep naming them down.
I'll say this now. I'm picky. I'm picky and I'm a funny eater. I like exotic food.
Okay.
So for me, food is a love language.
Okay.
You cannot cheat date me.
Okay.
And that's not being bougie. That's because I'm gonna spend the money I want to spend on me.
I like
so I'm not a McDonald's type person. I'm just saying.
What about Taco Bell does something amazing. I think they put like hearts on the taco when you buy them on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and they used to have a heart box one time too.
Yeah,
like for the pizza or something.
Taco Bell because you got stock.
I can say this: when you dating your food budget. But we'll come back to that.
Oh my God!
Dating your food.
Oh my
dating your food budget, honey. I might be out of your league.
That's interesting.
Hey, that's good.
Let's come back and circle back around on that. Okay. But listen, we'll be back after this. It's 344 here in the Capital City Straight Church. No chaser. Pastor Trey, Pastor Lee B, Sister Jackson. We'll be back after this.
Peace. Tamir said it's giving Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how many problems we would have.
What?
Was you coming the next day?
No.
You went to the store.
It ain't that you. But this is the thing. So do what you do. You do some the day of, but the next day you come on this like the air or you don't come out because it was low key 55.
You will not side chick me.
No. Now, we gotta talk about that.
And we can't. I'm thinking side chick. But we did. I did it that way. And I tell you cheat because the straight actions was. What I'm saying in that, people who treat you nice, no matter if you're married or single or whatever, you're gonna remember that person. You're gonna be nice back to that person, and you're gonna value them, no matter what the layer of that relationship is. And I think sometimes we get caught up in this is bad, they're a bad person. They may not be, And I think I hate that stigma. I always find that it's such a problem. What makes it such a bad person? And we never ask them.
Right.
Sometimes people don't know about your life. Once you leave their house, so once you leave what you have going on. So that's why I said it.
That's interesting conversation. And I've heard that the day after is supposed to be side chick day.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to do something nice to me, what I like, and it don't have to be holiday bound. All right, go look at food.
Can y'all still hear now? I saw you said there was an echo. Let me listen to this.
Bless you.
Thank you. Can you still hear? Ty said, "Don't bring that side chick in." Hey, look.
Thank you so much,
I got that-
Mia.
I got that from my.
appreciate it.
I see.
I just went to the beauty salon. Please let me shout out my beautician. I am absolutely in love with her. And if anybody knows me, two people I don't cheat on was my barber and my beautician. Michaela Hill is the best for hair treatment. If you know anything about me, I went through my journey last year with becoming blind, and I could not get my hair done. Getting to watch. My sisters had to watch it at home, and since she's growing back out, because I had what Trey had. And so, what Trey has. And so I'm very, very thankful. Sing your wife, sing your mama. Michaela's the woman.
Okay. I think they can hear you good. Dope. So you went through a journey of, you say, going blind?
Yeah, I'm actively going blind.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I'm declaring blind on my left eye now, but in my right eye, I had some surgery and stuff to stop it, so like give me more time, and I'm getting a special lens for that. But yeah, I had to get a transplant in my left eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so when did this start? How old were you?
So what I think, last year I woke up. I don't know. Last year I went to take my son home. I never forget, it was a holiday weekend, MLK weekend in Atlanta, and I drove him back home. And I went to lunch with my friend. And as we walked out the restaurant, I'm like, dang, there's something on my glasses. And so I'm literally scrubbing and cleaning my glasses. And I'm like, do you see something? He said, well, it look kind of weird, but, you know, maybe I'm true. Mm-hmm. And so I drive home in this storm coming from Atlanta. I'm like, oh, you know, it's the rain. The next day, I wake up with a navy blue eye. Like, and it's running. And so one of my friends that had surgery needed a ride to her doctor's woman, who was my doctor. And so I said, I can get an emergency appointment. And I went in, which was 10 years to the day of my diagnosis of being diagnosed with my disease. And he was like, okay, it's time. And he was like, you know, at this point, I can no longer treat you. I'm going to send you to a specialist. Now, anybody that knows me, I'm serious, but I'm like, I'm funny. Right. I'm like, am I going blind today? Like, I can't go blind today. I need blind clothes. My hair is not cut. I need to stay. Like, I need blind earrings. Give me something to work with. And he was like, no. He was like, but it's going to be a process. And so what happened was I had, my disease is called keratoconus, and I have a conical shaped cornea. And so where yours is level and flat, mine's like a kaleidoscope, and it's constantly changing until it closes. Wow. It is the reverse of macular degeneration. And so the blueness came from hydrops, which is called fluid on the cornea. But it was so heavy and so much pressure, it was blue. So I really literally went from the spectrum of the rainbow back to what you see now. I had a couple surgeries. I have a couple more. But you know how they tell you, like, these are the symptoms. Like the fine print on the commercial. I literally went through the fine print on the commercial. Now, I was blessed. It was 10 years after I had been diagnosed. But I was mad. Like, even with God, like, you know, my doctor got patients that's 75 and they're 5. You know, I gotta get a new eye. So I'm literally like, how do I get a new eye? Like, you know, how do I be blind? And at this time, I'm moving into a new home. And so I get the house. This is how I know God's real. So I get the house and I'm like, I'm going home to my house. Got a new house, I'm going home. And I get the utility zone and the house floods. Because the pipes had burst during the winter time. This is April. And so get that fixed, move in, and count down to my surgery. And so I say to my sister to come over. Like, come see. And so I have been practicing being blind in my house, y'all. Like how many steps it takes me to get from the front doors to my kitchen, to my bedrooms, to get into my bathroom. And so my sister, who's the oldest, finally came and she was like, you cannot stay here. Like, my bathtub is a jacuzzi. So she's like, you cannot stay here. Stay by yourself. So now again, I'm like, I'm about to be having the surgery. I'm going blind and I'm losing my independence. Right. And it really took me up so far because, you know, you think you're grown. Right. You know, and not to be grown. Right. And it was scary, you know, not being able to. The first time I tried to take a shower myself, after my surgery, I went to my brother's house. My older brother's house, and he was going to work, and my nephew at the time was a police officer. So their schedule was different. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to take a shower by myself. I almost fell, and I'm not talking about like slip. I'm talking about old school, old person tip over fall. Right. And so, my good friend, for real, my good friend Tori Quarles, my business partner, I called her. I was like, Tori, look, I'm like, I'm by myself. I need some help. But now, you see me. So, hey, we in the skin and sun, sis. Come help me. Because, like, you know, I'm scared, you know. And it really took me, and I feel about that journey, it really took me into a place of, what are you doing? You know, are you listening? And so, being hard-headed, kept going. When I go back, he's like, okay, your surgery's looking good, but now you're going blind in your right eye. Mind you, at this point, I'm going to the doctor every week like a pregnant woman. Sometimes twice a week. He has to check my pressure. He's taking me off medicine, put me on. And it just really taught me something. I feel like God took me to this journey and took my vision so that I could see. When I wasn't obedient with my left eye, he started working on his right eye. And it got so bad that I couldn't see at night. So I would try to go everywhere I had to go before 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so now, here we are. The Lord is kind.
Hey, I love your spirit in the midst of that. And I'm definitely praying for you.
Thank you.
Because there has to be a very a heavy burden.
I won't say it's a burden. I'll say it taught me to be appreciative of what I can and what I cannot do. And it taught me to sit down. Like, it taught me to rest more than I ever have in my life.
I need to learn to do that.
Man, hey, it's a beautiful thing. I'm
like
trying I'm busy now. Like, and it's hard. Not driving helps me a lot, but I keep a strict schedule.
Gotcha.
And so, how you used to rip and run? I can't do it no more. I got to chill.
Trying to get like you on the rest tip. For sure.
It's in there, Mia. It's definitely in my book. I have a book coming. I had to commit to that, Mia. You know how we are about writing. But always write.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. It's 3:53 here in the capital city. We're now 7 minutes before the 4 o'clock hour comes. It's 73 degrees on the outside with mostly cloudy skies now. Some of us may experience a few hit and miss showers, but nevertheless, it's still a beautiful and splendiferous Friday. Again, we're back. This is Straight Church.
No chaser.
You look weak over there, but it's all good.
Well, you know.
No. I don't want to. I don't want to.
You know, let's say you with your boy past the tray first.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter how I throw it up. Your job is just to catch it and dunk it. That's all you got to do.
Do it again.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're not even gonna worry about it. We're back with Sister Jackson.
She in the house. She's been sharing her testimony, y'all.
Powerful.
If you're not, if you're not on Facebook, you just missed a delightful treat. She shared a testimony, and I believe it encouraged somebody. We're going to circle back around to that towards the end of the show. I do want to ask Sister Jackson, because we were on the whole Valentine's Day kick, and there was something that you said. You were saying that people need to date in their, what was it?
Oh, in their food budget.
In their food budget.
Absolutely.
Lord have mercy. Can you help us know what you mean?
Okay, so there's a thing on social media where they're like, you got to know your woman level, and she was type of bougie, and some of them are hotel bougie, some of them are shoes bougie, But the thing we don't talk about is food. And I get mad sometimes when y'all can you cook like your mama? Sir, your mama can't cook. That's the first problem in this statement. And then the second thing, you can't cook. So what are you asking me? Are you gonna get lost and cook by yourself, brother, or do you need a list? And so when I say dating your food budget, your mama can cook. You've never had a good home cooked meal, sir.
I ain't gonna talk about the man, mama.
And it's dry, and it's been dry. That's why your grandmama make her bring cups and plates to Thanksgiving. You know it.
So you knew it. You acted like you didn't know.
You act like you didn't know. How dare you have standards you can't read? But for me, food budget is serious. It's serious.
So is that a deal breaker for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
Because since a child, my mom was always try it. You gotta like it to try it a little bit. And you're gonna have some things. Like my daddy is who you can't trust. If you go to my pop's house, you need to ask before you start fixing the plate. Because he'll let you eat it. They'll be like, that was a goat.
Wow.
That was a good cool way to go.
He wanted them.
Oh yeah, he wanted them. My dad used to what they say, dress a goat in our backyard on a tree.
Wow.
And it's gonna be dinner. It's gonna be dinner. It's gonna be a cookout.
No.
And this is good. No, this is real good. That's raccoon.
No.
So for me,
what is this? For you even bite into it?
Oh, you better.
See, I can't even do
You
it.
better.
Don't even bite it over.
My dad can cook, so it'll be so good you don't realize. Like you're in here having this and you're enjoying it, and then you're like, I just want to got there from the butcher shop. What? This one at the stove?
No,
wow.
This ain't no cuz. But yeah, that's a that's a deal breaker for me, Trey.
Your dad.
You cannot be out ordering chicken nuggets. You need not to be in public having burgers.
What?
Now,
What's wrong with a burger in public?
why are you doing that? We could have had it at home, baby. What are you doing?
But Hamburger King.
Wait a minute.
No, that's different. You're going to a hamburger spot. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? If we go and sit down
Like what a
somewhere.
burger?
Huh? No. I said we're going to sit down somewhere. Why are you having a burger?
Can we go sit down in Whataburger?
Wow. Okay. Are we shopping?
You try it.
What are we doing that we can sit down in Whataburger?
We wanna have
So if y'all had a
sit down meal.
So
My cousin said she right, it might be good, but you don't know what it is.
So if you all at a sit down restaurant, you are expecting him to order something that you can't cook at the house.
Not necessarily that,
Okay.
but if it's something that the children are gonna have also, I'm gonna leave.
Oh my.
I'm gonna be out here.
So if it's something that can be located on the kids' meal, you done with.
What? What are you doing? This better be an appetizer. I'm so concerned right now.
So what about all you can eat shrimp? Is that
No, I have no problem with that. But what kind of shrimp are you eating? Are you eating popcorn shrimp? Because if it's just that little box out the freezer in Walmart, I'm mad.
so what he puts in his mouth speaks a lot of who he is.
Absolutely. Food is a love language. And it's the best way to exchange culture. Like seriously. If you travel or you meet someone from someone else, that's them showing love to you. You know, fixing you.
No, that is true.
Not to say you're gonna eat it and enjoy it, but to taste it. That's them giving you
That's
probably
true.
the best thing they have to offer.
They might not want me to taste it.
Oh Lord, please.
Because I'm gonna show it on my face like,
Yeah, 'cause we had a lady that joined our church from the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah.
And one of the first things she did was make
Cook a meal.
me and my wife something to eat. Yeah.
And that's her way of like she is intentional about that. You know how people like they gave you something, they prayed over it. If somebody from somewhere else like cooks you a meal, or an old school person,
Yeah.
they mean it. It's love in that pot.
please don't cook nothing for me.
Oh, she's a lead.
Just tell me you love me. I love you too. Don't cook nothing.
He needs some deliverance with this.
I don't
food,
want
so-
to hurt your feelings, and I don't want you mad at me. Mm-hmm. She said, "Not are you eating popcorn
It
shrimp?"
better not be popcorn shrimp.
To me,
It
it said
better
like
not
a
be.
hamburger at a steakhouse.
No,
What if he just wants
please.
What if he wants a hamburger at the steakhouse?
Why are you having a hamburger at the steakhouse?
Because
sir?
sometimes
if
you
you
have a
wanted
taste for
Burger
it.
King, we could have had that.
Well, but see, this is the thing. This is a more expensive burger, right? So the quality
Is it
of
what,
meat
Lou?
is the quality.
If
Of
it
meat
ain't
is,
good.
I don't eat steak. I don't eat steak though.
I eat steak at my brother's house, or if I don't have any other option.
Got you.
But I'm not gonna order steak in public because my dad again was a butcher, so I can go days without meat.
Yeah, I'm a salmon guy. I eat my salmon.
How do you order salmon?
Oh, I'm real hood. I want it well done.
Okay.
God bless you.
Well,
Yeah, get that thing
this
well
man
done.
wants crunchy fish sticks.
Yes,
Okay.
holla at your boy.
With the tie on. That's what
Okay.
that means.
I want it the same way the Lord gonna dress me. Well done.
Oh!
Good, faithful servant.
Good and faithful service.
It better be dead. You hear me?
With this good offering from the seat.
So look now.
Trey
So,
wants some chicken tenders. He just don't want to tell that.
No.
look, oh yeah, fish stick.
Don't do that. No, don't even do that. Don't even do that. No.
Well, no. We gotta take it back. My boy like playing bait, and I don't know how he eat that.
Okay.
I've really been on
He
like
loves
this
playing
vegan
bait.
diet
Okay.
since the new year
He
came.
be
Now my sister has had a special diet since she was in sixth grade. So I was in first grade,
Mhm.
and then I have who's like my adopted big sister. She's been vegan since I ever met her, so I understand that.
Yeah.
But I will say
We
this.
working through it.
If you eat with a true person who has a specialized diet,
Mhm.
fast food vegan is nasty. Now I'm not talking about plant-based, but y'all get up your arms. So sorry, don't tell me
You
what
know
you
that.
want because y'all know how y'all do me. I didn't say that. I like that lady. She all right. Her and Lee down there. Her and Lee down there. They all right. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying. So once you get into more talking to Trey,
Yeah.
cook it like you would cook a regular meal,
Mhm.
and it tastes better. Like it makes it more palatable. Don't listen to Lee.
I don't do that anyway.
Because like if you have a well-dressed mushroom, it tastes like steak.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah,
And if you use good seasoning, yeah.
I ain't eating that fungus.
What?
I ain't that fungus. If
Not
grow
fungus.
in your yard and you ain't tell it to, I got a problem with it.
Not in
But that don't mean you gotta
hold on,
eat
hold
it.
on. Now that's biblical. If you didn't tell it to grow. Ooh.
Increase. You felt that thing, didn't you? I ain't tell it to grow.
I ain't tell it to grow. I did not pray for this.
This is an abomination.
Blasphemy.
let me say, look now, this crazy, you know, well, I ain't gonna say crazy. It's been very interesting in these last. Where mommy at?
Oh no, what's up, Miss Sonia? That's my community mom. That's my
Hey,
community.
that community mom. So there's been a lot going on online, and we talk about a little bit of everything here.
Okay.
We know Mother Auntie Monique had some fun on Club Shay Shay. And she said, I talked to my babies. Tell my babies. Now, naturally, you know, me and Trey have been talking about Cat Williams. We've been talking about Kim Burrell acting the fool. You still got that in there?
I do.
I'm gonna have to hear that before we leave.
Kim's straight crazy.
Yes, but we're gonna go into that next. I just want to hear it again.
She's selling that let that man's work for you t-shirt.
Let that man's work for you, honey.
T-shirts.
Yeah. I'm gonna get me one.
See, I gotta bring it back so we can talk about people at church.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. No, we on our way. We still got time. How do you feel about this season of everyone attempting to expose people? And I don't know how you saw what she did, but it was like while she was exposing all of her hurt, pain, and bleeding to some degree, she was trying to lace it with this love and this motherly expression. And some people don't really like that. It seemed like a manipulation in some type of way.
Okay.
How you feel about that?
I had the beautiful honor of being on the great Michelle Summers, Michelle Speaks show.
Shout out to Big Sis.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about the exposure culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, this is a two-way street, and I'll come back to Monique. One, exposure is only exposure if someone disagreed. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because it happened and we didn't talk about it does not mean it went away. That's the first thing we have to see as a culture of Black people in the community, not just Black people, but in community. We need to understand that it happened. We just didn't talk about it, we didn't address it. The second part of that is you cannot control my narrative of my experience.
That's true.
I'm animated. I'm a writer, so I'm always gonna have the right words to say to deliver what I need to deliver. You may not have that skill,
right?
So where I can contain, certain details, you might just pour it out on the table.
Right.
You get what I mean? That does not make you wrong. That just means that's your experience. Now, in this stage of my career, as we talked about before, there's a fine line about how I approach things and how I discuss things in a public forum.
Wow.
Not to say I'm not going to address it, because I'm going to say what I got to say. I just don't have to tell everybody that I said it to you.
Absolutely.
And my thing with Monique is that's passive aggressiveness. If I can get into my therapy bag, everybody don't like their mom, and I'm one of them people that you can't look hit me. So don't sweet baby me, don't honey me. My name is Shayla. Okay. Miss Jackson or Miss Mitchell, depending on where the check coming from. Let's get to that before we do all that extra stuff.
Right.
And that's putting a mask on it. That's like somebody, you tell somebody serious and they bust out laughing. What's funny?
Right.
What's nurturing about what you said? Now, in Monique's case, she has historically pulled the table off a dinner. Okay. And if the dishes fail, they fail. That's been her thing. But this time, I think it was a little maliciousness in there. I think there was some ill intent there. And I think that we have to learn not to shoot the crowd to hit our target. You understand what I'm saying? We need to get back to a one-on-one. If I got something to say to Lee, I'm going to call Lee.
That's
I got nothing to say to Trey. If Trey's in the room, excuse me, Trey, give me a minute, I'm talking to Lee.
Absolutely.
Now, whether you agree with what I said or you come out the bag, that's fine, but I ain't talking to you.
Yeah.
I think that's where she went wrong in this interview. And I listened to it actually this morning in the office. Some of the things make sense. I always tell people, does it add up? Is the 2 + 2 4?
Yeah.
I can't argue with that if that's the truth. However, a lot of that, as you said, and I won't say bleeding, was her own issue.
Absolutely.
That ain't our business.
Right.
I don't feel like you have to do that to make your point. I also don't feel like you got to rain on everybody's parade because you're having a bad day.
Wow.
And I'll take that back to the Taraji versus Monique argument. I'm a Black woman. I'm pro-Black woman. I'm going to always be pro-Black woman before anybody else. Now that I got into the case of Black men, that's just who I am. That's what I know.
Right. So
I'll always take up the mantle to support a woman if I can or if it makes sense. The financial discussion is happening to us all. I joke about my job a lot, but I am the only Black woman in the country doing my job for my job. I'm in the room with almost 20 to 24 other colored people every time I have a meeting with my job. So I understand
Wow.
the conversation. I know that a person next to me makes something that doesn't make sense for his job. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get that and I understand that. And there's a package of that. But that don't make your argument better than hers.
Absolutely.
What Taraji did was, I'm going to sacrifice myself on this set. I know Color Purple is about to be a blockbuster. Steven Spielberg is an executive producer. He has billions.
Yeah.
If this is a complaint, I'm telling you.
Mhm.
And she shouldn't have that right. She shouldn't have to like bog down from that. And what she did say when people try to pit her against Oprah is Oprah Winfrey was saving us, but she won't be at every set.
Right.
She shouldn't have to do that.
Absolutely.
Monique's issue is I'm gonna burn the whole place down.
Yeah.
And sometimes that ain't right. You have allies with you. Trey sitting right here, he probably had nothing to say. I ain't gotta fall out with Trey because I'm mad at you.
Right.
Or I don't have to fall out with you because I'm mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what Monique did. I don't get down like that. It's some people right now I don't like in Montgomery. I'm gonna speak every time I see them. Because it's not everybody's business. Now we have a one-on-one, you know I'm fool with you. All right, have a good day. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be a production. And
Absolutely.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, she took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
For certain. Matthew 5:23. If you have an ought with your brother, go and be reconciled with him. Not with bodily feet, but in thoughts of the heart. When in humble contrition you may cast yourself at your brother's feet in sight of him whose offering you are about to offer. Legitimately, you got a problem with somebody, go to them.
Them.
Take the horse.
Not to all of them.
Mhm.
Go to him, not all of them.
That's
Because
it.
sometimes you might get beat up trying to say something.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you need to
Really?
get beat up.
Say that thing.
Yeah. Go to them. Go to him, not them. Okay.
We'll be back.
We coming back.
Legal ID coming up next, so we'll be right back. Y'all keep it locked.
Peace. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. As I watched it, it was almost as if she watched Cat Williams and said, "Oh, this is the moment."
This is the moment. And I'll also say to this, I don't know who shot first. I don't know who's interviewed first. But I do feel like, and I love this with Shannon Sharp because he's blowing the water.
Mhm.
But when you give people room to speak their mind, you're therefore to become an enemy. And
Absolutely.
I am a victim of this in Montgomery. I
Absolutely.
might be talking to the crowd, but because your feelings hurt, all y'all dislike me.
Absolutely.
And I'm okay with that. And it's not a problem, but that's a real thing. It's a mindset thing,
No.
you know, and it may be something minute. You know, I didn't like Trey haircut. Now Trey cut, tell all the barbers I said they can't cut hair.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm just saying.
And not none of the barbers can stand
None of the barbers can stand it. Hey, I get my brows done, brother. But that's what Monique did. And,
Right.
and the people thought the way about Cat, but the thing about Cat is he gave credit.
Oh, that's
Even
cool.
with Kevin Hart, he said this man making movies, he's a star, but how did he get here? And questioning people, that's natural. You go ask somebody, where you went to school at or where do you work? And you may not be sizing them up, but they may feel that way.
Right.
And
Right.
Monique, what she did was take that to the next level.
Yeah, he shared his experience while lacing it with comedy.
Yeah.
Cat Williams.
Absolutely, he's a
was
idiot, yeah.
She came in them hugs straight up. Honeymoon child on that.
And then Cat Williams was like, he had to clear his name too. What if the other
And that's
guests
what I
who
said. That's
came
what you did
on?
for shooting a crowd.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who been waiting for their chance.
Uh-huh.
That was Cat Williams'
Yeah,
moment.
like, he felt like, I gotta
Hey,
get some stuff
hey,
about
let me
this,
check
man.
Yeah.
And again, nobody said he lied.
Uh-uh.
All they said was that ain't what happened. Or that ain't the way it went.
Ain't nobody stole his
Ain't nobody stole his
Then
joke.
we start seeing it on
The video.
TV.
And even with, I know y'all face probably the ministry a lot. That idea that you've done something for so long that you're the best, or you've done it right, or that you can't be checked, or you're above reproach, we have to get away from that.
We
Because
must.
sometimes when you get old and set in your ways, you lose your mind.
Absolute.
For real.
Absolute. And you swear you still doing it right.
Montgomery's inspiration station, First 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're back.
Uh-huh.
10 minutes past 4 o'clock hours, 4:10 here at the capital city. This is your man, Pastor Trey,
And your boy Pastor Lee B.
with
Your girl.
Sister Jackson.
This is Straight Church,
No chaser.
where we keep things real,
Uh-huh.
relevant,
Uh-huh.
and
Righteous.
all right. So back to the conversation at hand.
So now we was talking about Sister Monique, the comedian, and how she was, telling and speaking her truth on Club Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Sister Jackson just gave us the best 1-2 punch that there is concerning the whole thing. And we kind of ended that segment talking about how when you have an alt with somebody said, you Deaconess Jackson.
Please, that's my cousin. Excuse me, Evangelist Humphrey. I'm not.
Put some respect on her name. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely realize, man, you having a hot with someone, go to that person.
Most definitely.
Hey, man, I just want you to play that clip for me, Trey. Can you find it real quick?
Which one?
Before, look, cause we, my girl,
I know,
Maria.
I'm saying before the initial one.
The first one. I like that clip. It's my favorite clip.
He said that's my favorite clip.
I gotta hear this again.
I don't know what you about to get us into. But I think it's about to be something. Let me see, can I find it?
Oh man, that lady was trying to worship. Did you see the lady came back? And
this is a solo.
Did you see the lady came back and had a video saying how bad it hurt her? Her feelings.
I never did.
Yeah, she came back and said it hurt her feelings. And
What if Kim Burrell was like your favorite person ever, and she did that?
That's not Kim Burrell monetizing that man's work for you. She made money off this. But anyway, let's check it out.
Put your hands when I say thank you. It's a solo. God's using me. Don't sing with me right now, Lord. I'm singing alone now. You, ma'am, with that mask. Let that mask work for you. I'm singing alone. Lord, I'll be back. No, I'll call you when I'm ready.
hey, it's the I'll be back. I'll call you when I'm ready for you. I can listen to that every week.
That's
Doc,
crazy.
I swear it's good to me.
That's crazy.
So how was hey, if you invite a psalmist over to the church, Trey, and they do that, what you gonna do?
We can't have that.
What you gonna do?
We can't have that.
Trey said all things must
We're
be
gonna,
decent
we're gonna
and
have to go and cut the mic. We're gonna have technical issues. We can't do that.
You know, I'm crazy.
We can't do that.
I'm gonna say, y'all better be quiet.
Taylor, you been
He is.
in the word of
Yeah.
God.
Y'all, you better hush.
I don't know. I think that like in anything you do, we all have to be confident, but there's a difference between being confident and egotistical. And Kim Burrell is just beyond the realm.
Yeah, she is beyond the realm.
She's beyond the realm.
He's joking, but if anybody do that in New Home, he gonna have a whole lot.
Oh,
of
they're
shit.
gonna be out of New Home.
Afterwards, but I'm laughing while laughing.
You don't laugh at your own members?
Bro, I'm so goofy.
Oh no, Doc, you can't do that.
Hey, look, and you
You can't do that.
look, that ain't the first time that lady did that. Kim Burrell just called her out. Like, you know that. She be in church all the time over singing people.
Right.
You know,
She be waiting on the moment.
So you
As
think
soon as the chord drops, she goes up.
So you think some members like get her, Kim, get her.
I bet somebody was like, see, I knew she was gonna get
We
her.
done told you about that over
Go Rita, you know you're wrong.
We never heard the church speak up now. Look, you know how it be. Cause when I was a deacon in there, I'm telling you, they steal a song from the deacon real quick now. Singing their own key and everything. But no, definitely
She ain't have to do that.
that is the most comical few little seconds I never heard in church. And it was on the line.
I just hope that don't happen at restaurants. I don't even want to be put in a situation like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what? Okay, so I'm sorry. But like, I be hoping for God. I be hoping things
In
happen.
church.
In church. I like not. I go for the word. Don't get me wrong. But I be wanting the spirit of the devil to come sometimes. That's the see, like, especially with old people. I be wanting like Sister Mary to punch Sister Wings in the eye. I be wanting to like trick the usher.
So
I would not be sent by you.
So
I'm like, Lee, I'm laughing.
you the one that love go to church meetings.
Oh yeah.
Especially back in the day. You waiting on somebody to
Yeah,
say something.
because you know how you was at a revival and things would happen. Like I'm not going to the church, but my girl, my church, I never forget when it's time for that preacher to go. Okay. And like this is in the 90s. Like we little kids now. I'm not gonna say his name because I love them. But I remember the meeting they had, like the argument that took place, and it's like my grandmother was old.
Wow.
And so this church is like one of my first black churches, whatever. And so the argument they're having, the one deacon that never spoke up called the preacher GD lie.
What?
Oh my!
And as a kid, you like, oh. But like, was he a GD lie?
Right.
And so since then, I always think like, especially with Kimberly, I always think like, when people in church, people be mad. Like, you know, they be, I'm sick of you today. Then it's a wig fly.
They do.
Some on wheel though.
You see what I'm saying?
Some on wheel. Some on wheel.
Hey, they go for it though. I ain't gonna let you.
Mia, leave me alone, Mia.
But did you all hear or see the pastor was in the middle of preaching and his side chick came in while he was preaching? You didn't see that?
That was
Oh
something
yeah,
like,
with the baby and stuff.
yeah. It got
Don't miss no payments here,
it got-
okay?
it got crazy.
Keep the coins coming, okay? If you don't want confusion, make sure there's payment on delivery.
That thing-
All right, amen. That's a ministry right there.
That's tragic.
That's tragic.
Hush money is healing, Trey. Don't forget it.
I don't plan on being in a situation like that. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that.
No, but that's again about knowing the audience.
That's
So
terrible.
you don't have to go and burn the place down to get your point across. You
That
don't
was
have to do
terrible.
that.
In the middle of service, the man looked.
Yeah, because the whole church had nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
he
You
trying
know,
to preach.
I'm in here looking for my word. Okay,
Yeah.
this is my bread to get me through the
Breakthrough.
week. You know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna talk about the other one where
Which one?
the preacher was praying and the dude came in from the side door and punched the dude on the front row.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
that.
on the-
You seen
yeah,
I
on
saw
the
that.
day.
And Bert jumped up and started swinging.
Oh yeah, bro.
And
But think about it. What would you do if your eyes closed, you praying, and you just get hit upside the face like that?
I mean, on site in the Lord.
Bro,
There's some people who really had that mentality though, like that on site.
but what would you do?
I don't know. If I
It's
would-
gonna be a fight.
I know, listen,
It's gonna be a fight.
I'm still old school. I would be so scared about going to hell that I couldn't slap you in church. But in the parking lot, we probably could
So
get
if
active.
they slap you, you gonna hold
No.
your
If
peace?
they slap me, y'all might look on here call MPD. It's going down.
I'm
But
telling you,
I wouldn't slap you.
So
Like,
Lee, if you praying and somebody just say, or
Bruh.
just catch you right in that chin.
the
if you
first,
say it's straight
the,
missing
the
Friday.
first punch gonna be in the name of Jesus.
In the name of the Lord.
The second punch gonna be in the name of the Holy Ghost. In the name of God, don't hide.
We do not need people to think we promote violence.
I would
Yeah.
never die.
We're not promoting violence at all, but I want you to
Please.
understand the first thing I know about the Bible, God said repent.
The-
So after I get done doing what I have to do, I'm
I
gonna take it before the Lord.
done told y'all, see, I'm legit. We're gonna talk about the gospel if you hit me. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and a little Acts.
Right, listen.
You gonna get all of
And I'm going straight Old Testament. You can't play with me.
Eye for an eye, and a 2 for a 2.
Okay, let me tell you something. David picked out 5 polished stones for Goliath and this poor big brother. Once he knocked David out, the brothers got back. Don't play with me. That's in the Bible.
Hey, Kevin said the deacons will handle it. I'm with you, Doc. I got me some Peters over there. My
Don't
deacons
bother-
gonna
don't
take them
bother
on
me.
out.
And I don't like that either. I don't like people who be like trying to gang up on the preacher either. Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
no.
I might not be all the way saved that day. Okay,
Man, I'm
that's my cousin. Don't do
Y'all
that.
crazy.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, but you got some pastors whose family will pull up now.
Oh,
I'm
Like, they
going to
coming.
pull up.
They
I'm going
coming.
to pull up.
I ain't gonna lie to
Like
you.
y'all watching live? Did y'all see that? Oh, we there.
You walk down that line, somebody come new home. Them arm bells on you, security.
I know
on you.
that.
And then new home too far to get beat up by yourself.
Oh, bro. hey,
You got to get up out of there. You don't go down. That's ain't no problem, baby.
you
It's
get
too
stumped.
far.
You get stumped out
By
there.
the time the sheriff comes, it's up. No, baby, don't do that. Don't go to new home, start no problem.
Ratchet but right.
Right, you hear me?
Absolutely.
That's a tragic situation.
Good, but hold it. Don't ever forget it.
It ain't working like.
So let's talk about this though. All of us church babies coming from the same space as well as same thing number 2. Being young in a very, very thriving ministry. And we see all of this now while we're older about, like narcissism in the church and all these egos in the church. Shayla, me and Trey talk about this all the time. From your perspective, how bad is that hurting the church community?
Okay, so I'll be the first one to say I was definitely raised in the church. I love the Lord. Like I said, we know that I'm a child of church.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the biggest turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Church people, and I know they're gonna crucify me. I can't stand church people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so bad that it's awful.
What
And
is it
then,
that you can't stand?
a lot of it is the misplaced judgment
Mhm.
and the the separatism. There's so much exclusion in the church.
Wow.
That comes out of the church door, and I feel like it's unfair. So much, and some of that is rooted in old traditionalism. That going before the church and you had a baby at a wedlock, or you were a drunkard or whatever. And I know that the Bible speaks to those things, but I feel like it was so unfair. Yeah. And then we get into a space of not knowing when to veer into a new church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I give y'all I joke about y'all and Courtney, and I call y'all the teenage pastors, even though we are. But it's attractive because you've made that connection from what we grew up in to what we need now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some of those rules, and we hear those traditional unwritten rules in our head, no matter what we are. Dressing appropriate for certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those things turn people away too.
Absolutely.
If you want to say come as you are, then why are you judging this person for come as they are?
Absolutely.
That may be the best they have. Yeah. And that's a community thing. It's not just church, but it's bad in the church. Or it's a single mom or single dad. You have so many questions. Why do you do that? Single parenting does not mean you have a bad baby mama, baby daddy in this era. Absolutely. People die, people get sick, people have jobs that take them away from home, and you don't know the struggle that is to maintain that lifestyle. Wow. So why do you make that burdensome? And if you're not gonna welcome me, I don't want to come. Like I'm not going to where I ain't welcome. Yeah. If my mama mad at me, I ain't going over there. I'm gonna put them Coca-Cola in my sister's car. And I think with the church, it happens. Yeah. And for y'all, no judgment to y'all young preachers. I joke with you all the time. The Jordan Ministry. Y'all are very free on social media. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So your posts, why I think it's cool, could turn the next person off. Yeah. And that walking that fine line, I never asked y'all for perfection because y'all human. Yeah. But some stuff ain't funny. Some stuff is offensive. I don't care what your calling is. Wow. I'm a human first. Wow. And you have to remember that in sensitivity and in love. And preachers don't do that all the time. And that's not just local, that's nationwide, That's true. And so for me, I can't be bothered. I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable in your church. I feel like you don't want me to come be fed there because you didn't welcome me. Right. And I feel like you can't guide me either.
Wow. And that's heavy. That's heavy. And I don't think we've talked about this either, Trey. But I'm sure that there was some things that turned you off about church, just like they turned me off about church while we were younger growing up, that have created us to have this open mind concerning how we operate in the kingdom now. What were some of the things that really turned you off about church growing up?
I think for me, it was, I would say, the lack of excellence. The sight of people just doing just enough to get by, not really taking seriously what it is they feel like God has assigned them to do. Because I think if you believe that God is calling you to do something, then you're going to be intentional about what it is that you're doing. And so for me, I think it was just a lack of excellence and not taking seriously what it is that you feel like God has called you to do. That, and of course, the biggest thing is people not valuing their horizontal relationships, like valuing each other. If we are members of this church, then we have to value each other. And for me, one of the biggest things at Restoration that we work on is creating opportunities for fellowship, for people to get to know each other, so that we just don't see each other as church members or as church people, but we really begin to value each other as brothers and sisters. Because think about when you look throughout the Bible, especially in the New Testament, how many times the apostles refer to Christians as brothers and sisters. Those family terms, I think, are very important, and it allows you to cause someone to feel welcome, to cause someone to feel like they are part of a family, to cause someone to feel like this is where they belong. Because the truth is, people want to be in a place where they feel appreciated and not tolerated. And so it's because of those things that I saw growing up. It has caused me in my pastorate to be intentional on making sure that we represent God in an excellent way and that we invest in people, because people are oftentimes viewed as a commodity and not necessarily as an asset.
Because imagine bringing your last to the church,
absolutely,
and you leave empty. And I don't even mean monetarily. You broken, busted, disgusted. Absolutely. This is you at the end. Absolutely. And you come to be filled and you leave mistreated. That's terrible.
That's horrible.
I think and I see Xavier, she said, mine is the judgment of visitors and hearing the behind the scene of how people in the church actually felt about each other. And that's real too. I think there's a whole nother space of knowing the behind the scenes of church and how it can really make you not want to deal with some of the things concerning the church. I think that's something that I know PKs, all of us can really speak about in many different ways. I think my big thing, especially growing up, was that we can have fun, but we couldn't have too much fun.
Oh yeah.
We could sing in the choir, but we couldn't sing stomp. Right? Like there was always a line that was placed there 9 times out of 10 by our youth leader, who was probably 5 times our age.
Absolutely.
Because even back then they didn't believe in young people doing stuff. So your youth leader was in their 50s back then, and you around here 10, and the gap was so large, and you had no voice. And let's be honest, there's even older people who are in church who have no voice.
Absolutely.
And so as you talk
about hierarchy everywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so when you start talking about that lack of excellence, that lack of desire, we're normally talking about people who have no voice. And so they felt like they've been in, because we know church, now you're going to get up and do this now. That's why that boy said, I'm tired of this church, right? Because they made him do that easy part. And he didn't want to do it. And I think a lot of those things contribute to the toxicity of church.
And bitterness.
People legit don't even turn that way. And I think one of the things that I'm trying my best to tell and really teach people is that whether you join New Home, whether you come around the church, try again, but make sure you detox before you try. Because sometimes it happened one time in your life and you took it everywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
You made it.
Carried it like a badge of honor.
Right. And it wasn't even that church. Now it's you carrying around this bag.
Because take allegiance in the pocket to your relationships, in your household, outside your household, in your workplace. Don't carry that hurt around. Take that out of your bag. Unload your elevator. Thank you. Continue.
Unload your elevator. Hashtag unload your elevator. Lord have mercy. That's a whole t-shirt right there. Unload your elevator. Yeah, but I mean, and I think that's what we do. Like you said, relationships everywhere. We carry around this trauma. We never told anybody about it. We never talked about it. And then it's 15 years. And I've heard some testimonies, 15, 18 years since the last time they've been in church. And it's like, I've never had a pastor who actually just talked to the members. Never had the opportunity to serve, and people just kind of actually like you. Right? You called us a cousin and we weren't even members of the church. Well, you still family,
right?
And so it's those small things that have the ability to shift the narrative on the church and put us back in the right perspective of what we're supposed to be doing.
One of my people I honor, and I call him my pastor, even though I don't attend his church, Sylvester Poole Jr. He said to me many years ago, pray that God leads you where you need to be.
Absolutely.
And at that time that he said it to me, he didn't even know that he was ministering to me. This is a conversation about, transitioning. And I've taken that with me. And I always feel like if I can't add, I can't grow. And that means I don't need to go there. Yeah. And that's how I see people, that's how I see places, but that's definitely how I see church. Now, I'm a member of the Road Church of Christ under the leadership of Brother Gerald Thomas Jr. Well, no, Brother Gerald Thomas, not Jr. And so I'm rooted, before he became Brother Rooted, has been rooted all my life. And so I can talk to him about anything. But I always say that I can't go to places where I don't have that relationship with the leader. I could sit in, when he was cutting hair, I could sit in Rudy's barbershop. And I hear a police officer, I tell him, if he pull you over, he's gonna pray for you. But I want to be that comfortable. Yeah. And so I think that that's what's happened to a lot of us who were raised in church, or or who have a strong religious foundation. You depart because you don't get that. You don't feel that love. You don't feel embraced, and you're not growing there.
I love it, and that's real. And so there's some things that we all need to do for all the pastors, all the churches, all the leaders, all the laity that are listening, because sometimes the leader is pushing you in that way, but the pews don't want to follow. So
come on, somebody.
It's necessary for us, because I heard someone tell me just a few weeks ago, I love that church because he sure did preach, but them folk in the pews, Lord have mercy. They was mean and sir.
There's a preacher who just resigned here locally, and somebody said this to me about such resigned, and I said it's the church. There are so many old churches in Montgomery, and that don't mean old people.
Yeah.
The church itself is old. You do the same thing they was doing since they started, and people can't bring in new ways and new ideas.
Absolutely.
And so it's stifling for a minister, a woman of God, man of God, whoever, to lead because the pews don't want to change.
Wow.
And we talk about just being bolted down to the floor.
Right.
Maybe you need some chairs in there.
Oh my.
You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you need to start at a different hour. Maybe you need to do something a little different during the middle of the week. And I think that is another thing too that pushes people away because there's no change, you know. And I'm not asking you to come here and throw a Holy Ghost party if that ain't y'all style of church, because everybody's not gonna do that.
Absolutely.
But I don't think that you should continue on the same regimen for years and years and years.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. I'm with it.
That's all. We'll have more of this coming up after the break. Y'all keep it locked.
Yeah. So, fam, how y'all doing? We're so grateful that y'all sticking with us. We see a few of y'all still on here. We do know that there's some of y'all watching the replay. If you're watching the replay right now, I know you might not comment, but we're grateful for your support over here at Straight Church No Chaser. We are excited. We have the lovely Sister Jackson in the house. Yeah, first giving honor to God who's the head of her life.
Oh yeah.
But now, family, we're excited that you're here. I believe we got some events coming up, Pastor Trey.
For
Some PSAs. I just put some new ones in there. We can get them some play. I wonder what the city's doing.
Well, I just want to say that if we can,
Go
the
ahead.
city's celebrating Mardi Gras tonight. It starts at 5 p.m.
What? No, they ain't in there.
what do you put in the system? Oh,
It starts at 5 p.m. downtown, starting from Goat House. I know that's a bar, but they're the host. And with Experience Montgomery, check her page. And Candace Betster, she had it on her page also.
Awesome.
And they're trying to bring more business to the downtown district. So all those restaurants and stuff are there. Go see them.
So it's food down there.
It's food down there.
Oh,
And it's good food.
what about moon pies?
It should be. Cece's shop, I won't say what she sells. She had moon pies last week, I think. And we're just passing them out at the door.
I love it. I haven't had one of those in forever.
When I went to New Orleans, that's what and we got hit in the head with one.
Really? When I was
And the parade.
When I was younger, AUM used to have a Mardi Gras parade. And they used to throw so many moon pies. And I used to be out there getting beads and moon pies. But that sounds interesting. So it starts at 5 p.m. It's downtown.
Downtown. Yep.
And
it's the full entertainer district. So the top of the hill, coming from Mildred Street all the way down to the Renaissance. They got different things going on. People are, engaging.
I like it. Sister Glenda Perkins, I see you, Dennis Deloach. She said, make sure you invest in people and not just in what people do. Absolutely. Glenda Perkins says, tradition does not promote growth. Y'all are touching subjects that folks avoid because of their unwillingness to change or because they are scared they will no longer be important in the change. And that matters. Change is a threat to some people.
The great artist India Reese said, the only constant thing in the world is change.
My Lord.
And so if you don't anticipate it, or you have no choice but to participate in it. And it would be a disgrace or disservice to revolve instead of evolve.
That's good. I can't help it. She said something else I like. I'm not the average girl from the video. My work is not determined by the price of my clothes. I was listening to that maybe like 2 days ago, I think. My kids was like, what is this?
Affirmation.
That's it right there. That joint came out and messed the world up. But no, man, I think it's inevitable, like you said, and I think it's sad because I think it's fear that keeps us from the change that we need. And it's the fear of not doing it well and just desiring to, what's up at EP? Desiring to stick with what we have been good at. And, I kind of talk about this from a psychological standpoint. Men, we compartmentalize, right? We have boxes, the job box, we got nothing box, we got family box, we got church box, right? We got leadership box. And we avoid boxes that we're not successful in.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing in most times with pastors or just leaders in general, because it's not just in the church, it's even in the community, that we do the same redundant things looking
even
for
if
something
it does
different
not
to say.
work.
No, oh yeah.
And that's the wildest thing to me. It has, like I said, it has some psychological because you guys watch football
Absolutely.
and or sports,
Mhm.
and you know the coach has a playbook.
Absolutely.
Y'all yell at that screen 30 times. Why you get right the same day?
Right.
But that's what you do in
But
real
then
life.
we run the same.
You run the same play.
Loud and mercy.
No route.
Ain't
And
no
hot route.
Ain't no spontaneity.
You hear me? And again, that comes from us being rooted in routine.
Absolutely.
And not to say nothing wrong with it. Now, I'm okay with being structured and having an organization. I thrive in that.
Mhm.
But your communal chaos makes sense,
Mm.
even if you don't want to participate.
Mhm.
That's why there's no creation without destruction.
Absolutely.
Sometimes everything has to fall apart to make something anew. Pick up those pieces and sweep it back together and lay another brick on top of the brick. It's going to keep on crumbling
Yeah.
until there's nothing but dust. And why do you want that to happen? And it's like people I talk about community revitalization. We have people with houses sitting empty
Mhm.
because you don't want to share the money of renting, or you don't want to have somebody in there, and then the house just falls apart.
Yeah.
Now they're sitting knocking down and they own their property.
Mhm.
And it's a gap in between our houses and our community. That's a mindset thing too.
Yeah.
That's what's happening when you don't change.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
Mm.
That's
It's
crazy.
heavy. And I think our lack of ability to adapt and change to the modern culture is also why we're seeing so many young people that can't be mentored.
Ooh, old people that can't be mentored. I
Absolutely.
saw somebody today said, Sister Juanita Steele said that uncoachable kids become unemployable adults.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's profound
Mm-hmm.
and true.
Mhm.
Some people have an aversion to authority early. You know, you some people
Yeah,
early
we
say,
send you to the military.
right, you need it. You need structure.
Then you get it right.
You hear me? You know your cousin can't be at home by themselves, okay? But it reoccurs and it reoccurs and it reoccurs and it builds, and then you can't even talk to them. And one of the saddest things, and to me right now, I've always lived. Our community has always been elderly. Like my grandma and neighbors, were older women, you know. And now that I've moved back, those older women are my mom's peers.
Right.
Wow.
I don't like that they try to run the house before the sun goes down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna bother you. Yeah. I'm happy when my little neighbor walking with her dog, stop by, you know, see how I'm doing or check on me. But that fear is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And not to say anybody would do anything to them, but the idea that it could happen
Right.
is what becomes of that.
Absolutely.
You know, when you can't mentor a child, or you can't communicate with an adult, or you can't communicate amongst each other.
Right.
It's scary.
Mm.
The fear of the unknown.
Or the known.
And the
Because you know a killer when you see one.
Yeah.
Whether you want to acknowledge that or not.
A thief.
You know, a thief. And they say you scratch a thief, you're going to find a liar.
Right.
If they lie, they'll cheat.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
Let me get you on the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Just pull down the one I had the Wi-Fi. Is Choo Choo back?
Yeah, I think it is true.
2020?
Yeah.
Little,
How long you been at Cruzado?
So, that's why I said it's a wild thing.
It
with Shay.
is.
That's how me and Shay came back around. So I started going there as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, because our neighbor was a member of it. Our cousin
Gotcha.
dated Didi.
Gotcha.
And from
Auntie.
Didi, we started going to church, and then now, you know, we joined and still.
The rest is history.
Yeah, still,
Gotcha.
yeah. That's why I said it was full circle.
It is.
You know,
It really
Yeah.
is.
Uh-oh. Is it a dollar sign on it?
Yeah, you gotta have dollars on it. Unless they changed it, but yeah, the dollars.
yeah. So when I do go, now I'm not faithful. It's not on purpose. You know, start working on Sunday.
Gotcha.
And Sunday's my work day. Unfortunately.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just it's quiet. I can do the most. You know, if I'm tutoring, I can see 7 kids. They ain't got no football, no basketball, that. Come on. But yeah,
Put it in.
that's home. It's home.
Because I'm blown. Family, what y'all up to? Sailor, you wrote yes on here?
That's probably someone on my page.
Oh. You got it going on. tradition or not. Good evening, bros. EP, what's up? Sister Sonya, speak it, talk about it. We finna get you right. Is it working out?
I'm trying to see if the other one will come up.
Let me see. No, that ain't it. It's true. It's lowercase. CHOO space.
All lowercase?
Yeah, all lowercase.
Gotcha.
CHOO space CHOO. And that's it.
I bring the computer next time. If y'all have to do that. Yo. Right.
So family, right? So it's Friday, and one thing we normally do, we did not do today for you all, is give me one word about your week. Give me one word about your week. How was your week in one word? How was your week? I said productive. What you got, Trey? Split difference.
I think mine was great.
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 That was it.
Great.
Shayla, give me that one word.
Enlightening.
Enlightening. I like it. I like it. So what's your one word? Some of y'all are still on here. Let me see who's on here. I got the outside.
Miss Sonia said, "Tell Pastor this is his 5th grade teacher. I'm proud of you." Which Pastor?
Pastor Trey.
Lee or Trey?
She said Trey.
Moxie?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
She passed me. Oh, that was bad. She passed me.
Yeah, you.
I stayed in trouble. Stayed in
You was
trouble.
in trouble in the 5th grade, boy?
Stayed in trouble, man.
What you doing?
Don't worry about all that.
Oh, I'm trying
Tell you had not come into Pastor Trey yet. We were still working it
Yeah,
out.
that was my
Hey,
my
hello,
BP days.
Sister Walker. First lady Walker.
Hey, that ain't a kid. What up, baby? I was just talking about that Valentine's Day can. I'm gonna get the day after Valentine's Day and bring, cause it'd be cheaper.
No,
Yeah.
she should get you some of that because it's leap year, according to Trey.
Oh,
Don't
it
start
is.
that.
It is
Don't
leap
start
year.
Because you know, TJ already be trying to find a reason to knock my head off. So,
She said she been working hard.
we
today.
finally got a season of peace. Don't
It's
start.
okay, baby.
Yeah, this is a
We
peace.
finally did.
Listen,
She finally got a season of peace.
Having a treaty with your husband or wife's friends, it's great.
Yes.
Because I'm the girlfriend that's always getting beat up. My son's got my husband. I tell you, that was our husband, okay? She got that man for us. Man, he'll let us go by. She was like paying dates. He'll come in there like, that's how we live together. Slide me at 20. Y'all going to the movies, all right?
So yeah, me and Lady T finally got a season of peace. I don't want no troubles. I'm tired of fighting. All of our relationship, I had to fight. I don't want to fight no more.
Okay.
I don't want to fight no more.
No. Hey, that fool started. That boy that started.
No.
Oh, it's always the man.
He gonna come to
It's
the church.
always the man.
Look, he gonna come to the church. Gonna say, "What you say?"
I'm not repeating it.
Don't
Because
repeat
she just
it.
forgave me.
Don't
She just
repeat
forgave me last year when I came. She
She
just forgave me.
forgave me.
It's been 2 years. She held on my head, so I don't want to even remember.
it.
That's my friend. I don't care what y'all say.
Oh man. No, so I just think there's some other things going on in the world, and we definitely want to pray for the city of Montgomery with all the violence that is going on, and how it seems to be amongst a lot of our younger children. I'm interested in hearing because I'm always in the space of church, right? So everyone, I see y'all. You say your week was filling. I saw someone else say it was fast to me, or it was fast is what you might have been trying to
Yes,
say.
it was.
It was a fast week. It really was. Everyone always runs to, in the streets, everyone runs to mentorship. In the church, everyone runs to prayer. Where do we find ourselves helping these young people?
Okay, so I'm going to educate you real quick. 2 things, if I could tell the city of Montgomery something. Young people are not children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mhm.
These are not babies.
Mhm.
These are people who can drive and get licensed.
Mhm.
Yes, they are young adults,
Mhm.
but these are not kids. So stop calling them kids, stop referring to that because
At what age?
So if we look at crime statistics in the city, Montgomery County, our most at-risk population is age 13 to 32.
Mm-hmm.
That's two different generations.
Wow.
Age 13 to 17 are still considered minors. However, if you commit murder, you can be convicted as an adult at the age of 16.
Absolutely.
Although we don't discuss that, that's a real law here. And then after 19, you're considered an adult. The fray of that is 15 in the state of Alabama, you can buy an automatic weapon. 16, you can buy a semi-automatic weapon. But you can't get a lease or a cell phone in your name until you're 19.
Right.
You can buy tobacco products. We used to buy tobacco products at 19, but you can buy 21 by alcohol.
Right.
But you can buy a gun.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather you smoke a drink. Not to say you're more responsible.
Right.
You know, you can't cast a ballot until you're 18, but you can buy a weapon. And so we have to understand the mindset of someone who is an adult space that does not have an adult mentality.
Right.
Now, we just talked about adults who don't have any conflict resolution. How do we have the same expectation of children?
Right.
Take it back to what you said, mentorship. I started the work that I do in 2015. I started my nonprofit in 2018. And since that time, I've partnered with numerous nonprofits across the city. I also people I can name 100 in a minute if you ask me to.
Wow.
We aren't lacking mentors. We are not lacking the space to nurture our youth in Montgomery. We are not lacking the program to sustain youth in Montgomery. We are lacking the youth. We talk about violence in a monolith.
Right.
Violence does not just happen in the act between you and I.
Yeah.
It's the hunger before we got to this moment.
Right.
It's the lack of money and funding before we have this moment. And I want people to understand, when I get your child in the courtroom, the first thing they do is levy their mental acuity.
Right.
So, yes, you are a killer, but you have a third grade education. You comprehend on a third grade level. You have the understanding of a 12-year-old. And you're 22 years old. So that's why we have to understand the language we use when we're discussing these individuals, not casting them away because that's still somebody's baby. Right. Not doing that. I have a black son. I'm an auntie to me. But the space is different. You know, they face challenges that we're not discussing that a mentor can't help with.
Right.
Chris Aite, I told you she's the executive director of Destiny Driven. I'm chief of staff. A young man told her one time, I can't afford to dream.
Yeah.
Wow. That's man.
Wow.
There's a post going around right now. This guy who is, I assume, a landlord, says that he's had an 18-year-old kid that's been renting from him a year. He lost his job. He asked him, could he pay XYZ? Why is an 18-year-old rent anything from you in a year?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And so those are the things that we have to consider before we start to remedy, you know?
Right. It's heavy.
Montgomery's inspiration station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're back.
We in here.
With more Straight Church.
No chaser.
With your man, the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey.
Your boy, Pastor Levy.
And our big sis.
She in here.
These are church announcements.
The one and only Sister Jackson. Grateful to have her back. So, bro, back to the conversation at hand.
Yeah, so we're kind of talking about off the air, you know, how do we handle and how do we approach being a help to what we know the city needs in terms of not just our city, but our community, in terms of being a blessing to these younger people. And Sister Jackson was putting us up on game.
I wish so hard sometimes, even though y'all don't know it. And okay, let me say something else. Stop always crying about community centers. We have new centers on the west side, on the north side. The Destiny Driven Center is located on Madison Avenue. The Change Resource Center is on Oak Street. J. Mays has Strong Tower in the old Highland Village area. Rashad Provet has a 20,000 square foot building on Hanger Road for Colo. There are places for your children to go. Absolutely. You have to bring your children. But when you bring your children, come inside. I wish that we talk about mentorship. For me, when I started Gold Growers, I had little kids. And as I got to working with little kids, I realized, oh, this isn't working. Yeah. I need to move to the teens. But then when I got to the teens, I realized it wasn't the teens, it was the parents. So I moved it up. So I have classes where I teach you how to wash clothes. I taught a 32-year-old how to wash clothes.
Wow.
Or to talk about personal hygiene. Yes, that's something we think everybody should know, but some people don't.
Well, hold on. How do you wash clothes?
Okay, so I'm old school. I separate everything.
How?
My underclothing, socks, t-shirt, panties for me, pockets for you, go in a pile. And then I have colors like start. And then I have one for linen and one for towels.
I like it.
Yeah. Now if you're not that specific, that's fine. You might feel towel.
That makes sense.
It is though, and I have sensitive skin, so I can't wash all my things together. Like I use different things again. I'm out of here. I use different stuff to wash, and so I teach them that. Like what happened was I was on the FaceTime with a girl, and she was talking to me. I could see her doctor's feet, but I know she's in the. I said, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I said, wash my clothes." I said, "Well, girl, you're gonna be on fire." Like 5 eyes and some liquid. I'm like, "No." And I said, "You know how to wash?" She was like, "Not for real." And so I stopped laughing. I was like, "For real?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, come on, we're gonna wash." And so the next time I wash on Sundays, stop looking at me like a church pay button, okay?
I'm just gonna look this way.
I wash on Sundays, and she was like, "Well, Miss Shada, can I bring my friend?" I was like, "Yeah." And then it became a thing. And so I would bring dinner, or we would go out to eat, and that is how we built the class. And so the next time, I would have my growers over to do homework. We had a homework happy hour, and I would cook. And so the young guys trying to impress the girls, Miss Shayla, what you here doing? Well, show me. And so from that, we started having cooking class. And it's not like a big deal. It's like you can do it with your friends, but some of them have never been shopping. So like we started, like we would do like a cash app. Everybody sent $10, and then somebody is going to go to the store for us.
Gotcha.
So he has to take the list. He has to get the things on the list, and then we're going to prepare a meal.
Wow.
And while it seems so simple, if somebody never did this with you or taught you this, you don't understand that. And that's what we need. That's why I said in community.
Yeah.
You can be a mentor, but what are you mentoring?
Right.
I cannot teach you financial literacy if you're not making no money.
Right.
What are you saving? You get what I'm saying? Talking to somebody about saving some money and they like bill due and they hungry and they got kids, that's impossible. But I can teach you how to develop so I can get you a better job. I can teach you not how to dress to impress, but how to go into an interview properly so you're confident and secure this job.
Yeah.
I can give you skills, or your mama's skills, your daddy's skills. I've had a girl who brought his daddy fresh out of prison to class with him. This man got a whole trucking business. My right hand guy.
So life skills.
That's how I learned about WAIO from helping this man. Yeah. And so my thing with that is we have to be open and understanding. Yeah. Everybody's issue is not the same.
True. Yes,
crime is happening every day across the world. It's sorry. You know what I'm saying? I hate that we're losing so many young people. I hate that they're acting in it, but why are they doing it? Because two things happen. If you take somebody to life, they're dead, but you're going to jail. Yeah. And I may let somebody out. Yeah. We got private prisons coming and public prisons coming. Yeah. There has somewhere for you to go.
We got more.
More. And so if we don't create a space where we're bringing up the next generation with us and empowering them, then they're going to overcome us. Yeah.
That preventive measure is necessary.
Oh, yeah. And communication. Talk to young people. Like, just have a conversation with them. I'm that auntie, even though I'm young, I'm on my nephew post. If his good friends have business, I share their stuff. His athletic friends, I share their stuff. I'm encouraging them because somebody might not have done that today. Right. And just because you're doing good don't mean you don't need a word. Yeah. You don't need somebody to uplift you, and that might keep you from doing something bad. Yeah. We're all one decision away from a different life.
That's it. One decision
away from a different life.
That's necessary.
And that doesn't matter how grown you are. And I think that when we discuss the youth and we discuss, the ways and methods to reach them, we forget that. Wow. We were young once all their age. Now we might not have been doing what they were doing, and some of us we just didn't have social media. Man. And some of us were scared of our parents when we had to get home.
And we didn't get caught.
That's what saved a lot of us.
Oh, listen.
We didn't get caught.
It wasn't that we didn't do it.
I didn't get caught. And I knew my mama's schedule, so I knew what I had to do back. And I was smart. I ironed my school clothes early. And I had smart friends who was cheating on homework. So it was already done.
A lot of people got caught. That's the biggest difference.
Oh, yeah. But we black, so we don't let that go. Right. So we didn't carry that stigma with them for 100 years. Like we went down with this thing too, It's crazy.
We legit had no social media.
Oh, yeah.
So it was way easier to get away with something
back then.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
You don't worry about recording.
But I think it's good conversation. And so I think there are some people who are ready to do work and to mentor
Show up authentically.
Crystal said she need that on the shirt.
That's the first thing I want you to do. Show up authentically.
Show up authentically.
Come as you are. You know, you are a perfect adult now. You're a man of God. You're running a church. You're running a business. You're taking care of your wife and your kids. But you weren't always that person.
No, not
and some days you don't even want to be that person.
Matter of fact, I'm still crazy.
Hear me? Sometimes you sick of your wife and your kids. You might not say that, but that's the real thing, you know? And we have to understand you come that way too.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. That's what I feel.
Excuse me, Sister Walker, I want you to know that I'm not encouraging you to bust Lee's head.
Oh, no, she didn't bust my head a couple times. But I think it's one of those things that, like you said, authenticity always has mattered.
Oh, yeah.
We just have lost the sense of it, especially the church.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've been so righteous, we forgot we was righteous.
Man, we too holy for God.
Hey, man, that is deep. That's heavy. We're too holy for God.
You praying to God, he ain't even listening because you done got on his nerves.
Lord have mercy.
He done turned the line off. The main line is under construction.
Shayna sound like me about some of these church services.
She sounded exactly like you.
I said, Jesus Christ.
Y'all are twins in this moment.
I said, Jesus Christ in the foyer throwing peace. I'm gone.
I will catch you after the Sabbath.
I'm done.
Must keep the Sabbath holy.
Yeah, I'm trying again next Sunday.
He did not rise for this.
Man, but nah, we legit, man. We legit have a work to do, a great work to do. And I think we get all hands on deck. We'll be all right. I will say I have seen and I've heard, right, for quite some time. And when I started to deal with more of our young people in different spaces, not just in church, we did see that parents won't bring them.
Man, I tutor. So I decided to quit this my state job. I went full force with a tutoring company because I wanted to teach kids to read, to love reading, and to empower that, you know? I would have parents, literally, he got to go to football practice. We can't do this no other day. Or he tired, I ain't got time for this. And then I would have some parents who, at the time I was doing it at my apartment, I would have some mamas say, hey, Miss Shane, I'm going to work. I'm going to drop them off. And then my sister will come get them. Or when I'm on my break, I'm going to come back and get them. And this might be 5 hours later, but I'm cool with it. I'm not a problem. You know, they can say they're safe. But I would appreciate that more than you dumping me, you know? And I had some parents who ghosted me. They sent me their payment and they never showed up.
Wow.
Because and don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming no parents because I'm a mom too, and we all sacrifice. You know, you're busy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to making decisions about our kid, that may be the one thing that keeps them alive.
Yeah.
You know, having that one other person, and your kid's not gonna tell you everything. I joke about it all the time. My best friend, she was going crazy trying to teach her daughter how to drive, and one day I leaned over like, man, get in the car, I'll teach her. I'm like, great parent, but what is wrong with you? Like, she was turning to somebody else, and this girl nervous in this Tahoe, you know? I'm like, man, I'm a teacher. And so...
It's the wrong time to be nervous.
You hear me? But that's how we are in parenting. Wow. We just don't get out the car. And you have to let somebody else drive. Now, I'm not saying give your child over to somebody, but be welcoming.
Yeah.
You form a relationship with these people who want to mentor your kids.
Village.
Build your village. The village must village. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they can't always be somebody who work like you. You know, we can't speak the same language to our children because our children are different. Yeah. You have to understand that. Take your kids to somebody they recognize with, they can get comfortable with, and that loves your child.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shut up and talk too much.
No, that's good. It's a good conversation. It's 4:59. Time is coming to a close.
Wow, that was fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, we thinking about doing some other things maybe next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna see. Maybe next week.
We're gonna have to pray about that church folks say.
Oh, we're gonna pray. Did y'all enjoy Sister Jackson today?
I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
We're grateful that you came. If y'all enjoy Sister Jackson, throw some hearts on the screen.
Absolutely.
She definitely has blessed us today, and she definitely has aided us to know some different things, as well as just to remind us of this old school camaraderie we have.
Oh yeah.
And what a blessing it was to have a lady's perspective today. Because, you know, normally me and Pastor Trey just running our mouths.
And Trey about to take us all to prayer.
Oh, yeah.
It's on his face. He's about to give us the word and dismissal.
I'm just, you know what?
What they say?
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
What they say? Oh, God.
Oh, that's terrible.
That was by far one of my
Let us watch between me and thee. So family, for real.
Yeah.
We're so grateful that y'all stuck with us. Y'all tuned in. We know y'all gonna watch the replay. Those you watching the replay, we thank God for you.
Absolutely.
We signing off, man. We'll see y'all next Friday.
This is it. Sunday's
Have
coming
a
up.
great, safe weekend.
Make sure you go to church.
Go to church.
Absolutely.
And pray for us as we'll pray for you.
My Lord. See you next week. Peace, fam.